31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Jeff, I know you were closely watching Helene as well. Hopefully we won't see too many impacts here in our area.
We will get some. I don't think we'll have quite the degree of wind that we had with Francine a couple weeks ago, and the excessive rainfall that some parts of North Alabama picked up out of that, I don't think we'll see a repeat of. But with that said, there is going to be some rain that we're going to have to deal with. That'll be the primary impact, not just from Helene, but we've got it already out there. This is not related to the tropical system. There is a cold front located just west of the Tennessee Valley, and that has been kind of the focus for some shower and thunderstorm activity. We've had that kind of sticking around through the evening, particularly from Huntsville to Arab to Coleman and points westward. There really hasn't been too much to track over here in the far northeast corner of the state. White 31 Triple Doppler still has mostly just light to moderate rainfall showing up around Huntsville to near Guntersville. Most of Morgan and Coleman County covered up with that light rainfall. And there are still a few rumbles of thunder, particularly out towards the shoals. We've been seeing that across portions of northwestern Alabama here over the last hour or so. Focusing in a little closer, this is also where we have some heavier downpours east of Florence, just outside of the Cortland Town Creek area, and also south of Russellville, a heavier downpour showing up there. Now there is going to be some more rain to track out of this, as well as our tropical system, which continues to get better organized in the northwestern Caribbean, where you see this big blow up of the bright colors. That is right over the center of circulation. That is an increase in thunderstorm activity right over the center, so it's very likely that overnight tonight Helene is going to pick up some strength. 60-mile-per-hour winds as of the 10 p.m. update. It is moving northwest at 10 miles per hour. The center will go right in between the Yucatan and western Cuba, and the latest forecast guidance from the National Hurricane Center says that this could be a hurricane by daybreak tomorrow. We will get an update overnight tonight. Check in with Grace first thing tomorrow morning. She'll have the newest information on Helene as well as an updated track. As of the 10 p.m. update, though, this is still expected to quickly strengthen in the eastern Gulf of Mexico and could be a major Category 3 hurricane as it makes its way inland. It looks like heading into Thursday evening, perhaps some winds up to 120 miles per hour there along the Big Bend of Florida. From there, it moves inland over Georgia. The track most likely stays a little to the east. And if you remember with these tropical systems, the worst weather is typically along and east of where the center goes. So although this is going to be close to us, we won't get the worst of the weather out of it, which is why I don't expect quite the degree of what we had in terms of wind and rain from Francine. With that said, though, we're still likely going to pick up some heavier rainfall. Most likely location for that will be across northeastern Alabama. You can see just potential rainfall here, anywhere 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches of rain in some areas, and there could be a marked drop-off in the amount of wet weather as you head west of I-65 out of this. But continue to check back with us for the latest updates as we get the new data in. All right, let's take you through the rest of this week with future radar. Again, we will pick up some additional rain overnight tonight, likely waking up to some wet weather in the morning for parts of North Alabama. Not everyone will get rained on for the commute, but some of you will. And again, I encourage you to check in with Grace for the latest details when you wake up in the morning. Noontime tomorrow, still tracking some showers, mostly east of I-65, and then we may get a little bit of a break through the late afternoon and evening hours on your Wednesday. We head into Thursday morning, not a whole lot happening yet, but by the end of the day Thursday, here come the impacts from Helene. 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon, there's the steadier and perhaps heavier rain starting to get going close to the Georgia border, and we will see some bands of very heavy rainfall coming through Thursday night into Friday morning. Again, the heaviest of which will be here across the northeast corner of the state, with perhaps not a whole lot showing up the farther west you go through the area. Still some rain around through parts of the day Friday, but we're optimistic that heading into Friday evening in time for high school football games that we will see a decrease in the wet weather at that point in time, although some showers will remain a possibility for your weekend plans. Rain in spots in the morning at the bus stop, so send the kids off with the rain gear. Just a few spotty showers heading into the afternoon hours. Looks a little bit drier. Temperatures, though, will be running a little bit cooler than what we've had here in recent days when it has been, let's call it hot. That's what we've had lately. Rain chances highest in the morning hours tomorrow. Again, they'll be a little bit lower into the afternoon, but because of the clouds and the rainfall, look at that. We spend tomorrow afternoon basically in the 70s for highs. 78 in the Shoals, 76 in Moulton, 78 in Huntsville tomorrow. Only 74 around Guntersville. Here's your Way 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. More wet weather coming Thursday. Friday likely keeps us in the 70s for highs. And then for the weekend, still some lingering showers, but not a washout Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures will get back to around that 80-degree mark. We finally dry out for good early next week. But we keep those pleasant temperatures, so once the sun comes back out, it is not going to heat back up. Heading into early October, pretty comfortable with highs in the 70s to around 80, and maybe some mornings by the middle of next week back down in the 50s.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Jeff, thank you.